So here is the breaking news regarding the president's son, Hunter. Hunter Biden apparently has reached a tentative deal with federal prosecutors to plead guilty to 2 minor tax crimes and admit to the facts of a gun charge under terms that would likely keep him out of jail. That's according to the Washington Post and court papers that have been filed as of today, Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. Hunter Biden, age 53, might appear in court to enter a plea on that. Any proposed deal, I'm reading now, any proposed deal would have to be approved by a federal judge. It's not immediately clear as to whether or not Hunter Biden might appear in court to enter his guilty plea.
A plea deal? This video is brought to you by Pure Talk. I call them my cell phone company. I have my Pure Talk phone and I carry it with me wherever I go on the most reliable 5G network, so you don't have to worry about the service. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, and plenty of data for only $20 a month. So if you got Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, you're probably paying way too much. Pure Talk saves the average family $900 a year in savings. Nobody can beat that. Let me tell you why they can afford to give you these prices. I'm just going to be 100 with y'all. This ain't no elevator pitch. This ain't no marketing pitch. It's literally because these big conglomerate companies have to pay millions of dollars in advertisement. They pay tens of millions of dollars for these facilities that you go in, these stores that most of us never go in anyway because we do it online. So they can cut back on that. United States customer service right here and veteran owned. So if you switch to Pure Talk, and one thing I love about Pure Talk is you can keep your phone and keep your phone number. So if you switch to Pure Talk today, all you have to do is dial pound 250 and say Brandon Tatum. That's pound 250. Say Brandon Tatum and you'll get half off on your first month bill. So like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Biden, they gave him a plea deal. Somebody explain to me how Hunter Biden got a plea deal. You know, to me, it's mysterious. Now, let me just clarify this for you, because people that are not in law enforcement, people that may not, know anything about being a lawyer or the court proceeding, may get confused on this. And so I'm going to explain it to us. First of all, I think it's suspicious because we shouldn't even be negotiating a plea deal with a guy that's under investigation for all the things that they're investigating him on. He's also associated with a bribery scheme with him and his father, Joe Biden. And so with that being said, I don't understand why the prosecutor, who's a Trump appointee, why the prosecutor or the prosecuting attorney and the defense attorney came to an agreement to pitch a plea deal. So let me explain this. 2 charges were for not paying taxes. Now, I honestly believe, this is my opinion based on my experience, that he could have gotten charged with tax evasion. But a lot of times the prosecutor and the defense can come up with a probable cause charge. That means that there's probable cause to believe that he committed this crime as well, but maybe a lesser charge. You can plead to a lesser charge, and if you plead to a lesser charge, then that will give them the flexibility to kind of get rid of this without full investigation. And if you agree to not have them go through the process of investigating, they'll get you on the back end by letting you plead to a misdemeanor. It's clearly tax evasion. If it's 2017, 2018, I think of the years in contest, and it's now 23, and you haven't paid any of your taxes, you're evading taxes. That's what that's called. But they're just getting him or allowing him to plead guilty to misdemeanor charges of not paying enough taxes in those years. The other charge is illegally purchasing a firearm. Now, this is the caveat to this, and this is why I said this a long time ago with Philando Castile, and people got mad and yelled at me and called me Uncle Tom Coon sellout. Well, Philando Castile was in the same situation. If he would have lived through that police encounter, he would have went to prison for lying on his application to purchase a firearm. Hunter Biden lied. He was using drugs. On the form, you have to, acknowledge whether you were using drugs or not. And Hunter Biden lied and said he wasn't using drugs, and now he admitted on television in front of the world that he was a crackhead.
Smoking anything that even remotely resembled crack cocaine. I probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anyone.
During this time that he purchased a gun, and the only reason he didn't have a gun longer than a couple weeks is because his wife threw the gun away, which makes no sense to me, because I'm like, how do you just throw a gun away? You just put it in the trash can, making it subject to somebody else getting a hold of the gun and taking it and killing other people with it? Okay. I don't know how she didn't get charged with that. But anyway, So they got him for that. And that's not a part of the plea deal. So the prosecutor and his attorney pitched to the district court. I think it's the district court right there in Delaware. They pitched to him that he can do some type of diversion. So if it's a nonviolent crime and it's applicable to do diversion, which means if you're a crackhead, a drug addict or some mental illness, they can let you do diversion. If you cooperate in a diversion program, meaning don't commit crimes and other things like that, they'll clean the charge from your record. Two things I want to talk about real quick. I think the only reason Hunter Biden got this sweet deal is because he's Joe Biden's son. If this was Donald Trump's son, there would be no deal. And the thing that's bizarre to me is that the prosecuting attorney from Delaware is a Trump appointee. It's like, why do nobody on our side go hard like they go on our side? They literally indicting President Trump on some bullcrap charges, in my opinion, and they're going to let him do a plea deal, or they're going to offer a plea deal. Now, here's the thing that nobody's talking about, because people may not be familiar with this. The judge that presides over the case can deny the plea deal. He can say this is not applicable. And according to laws that are consistent or similar to this type of offense, or laws that have been broken that's consistent with this offense, typically the charging rules are this. Typically people do diversion. Typically this is a reasonable, you could say plea agreement. The judge can say yes to that, or the judge can say no. Typically in this situation with the totality of circumstances, I'm not accepting a plea deal. Hunter Biden can face up to like 30 years in prison. I think 2 12-year sentences for the 2 tax evasion charges, which are misdemeanors, and then the 10 years, I think, or so for the gun violation. Let me add this point, because I think that it's relevant, and I think that these people on the left are so hypocritical. They cry about gun violence, gun violence, gun violence. We need to change the Second Amendment. We need to do all these things. But why are they not stricter on people who are violating the gun laws? How is it that we talk about gun violence all this time, and then you let a person who's a crackhead or mentally ill, whatever, buy a gun, lie on a certificate or lie on the application, and then we just cool with that? There ain't nothing wrong with that. We just gonna give him a slap on the wrist. He can do diversion. The point of us crying in the mirror about gun violence in America, we should be stricter on the laws that are already on the books. I don't understand. I never understood that. The people that cry about gun violence and gun laws the most are the most lax on gun charges. And they let people out. They don't hold them accountable. They slap them on the wrist. They let them divert to lesser included charges. I mean, you go down the list. Not lesser included charges, but lesser charges. They let them plead to misdemeanors. I don't understand. Now, this is not a plea. The gun charge is not a plea, but I'm saying they do this in general in many states around the country. So, in my opinion, the judge should deny Hunter Biden access to that. According to the attorney, they said the investigation is still undergoing. It's crazy to me that they get the better end of the stick, and it seems like the Republicans always get hit over the head and end up in prison for stuff that Democrats are doing. The media is not covering it the way they should cover it, in my opinion. This is one of the biggest stories. The president of the United States, his son, is pleading guilty to charges involving guns, I didn't say drugs, but the lack of paying taxes. The party that wants to raise taxes and take your guns is the party where the president's son is not paying taxes. And according to what they said, he ended up paying the taxes. But, we know how they go. But having, issues paying taxes and pleading guilty or having diversion with gun charges. The irony of that is just mind-blowing to me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in Israel, so I'm trying my best to make these videos and keep you informed while I'm on the road. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you get you a Pure Talk phone. Link is in the description section.